Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek. In today's class, we are going to start with understanding what is DevOps, why the DevOps is being used, what are the different day-to-day activities which the DevOps engineer do, as well as how you can introduce in an interview about the DevOps and your roles and what are the daily activities which you do in the DevOps. So let's understand the very first thing. What is a DevOps? What is a DevOps? So there are four these questions which you are supposed to ask. What is DevOps? Why the DevOps is required? How do you introduce about the DevOps? And what are your day-to-day activities which you do? So we'll understand each and everything step by step. So the first thing is, what is a DevOps? Beyond the textbooks, normally people say that DevOps is all about the automation. DevOps is all about the management, micromanagement, doing everything on the automation. But what is actually DevOps? So let's understand what is actually a DevOps. So people say that DevOps is nothing but it is a culture of delivery. It is a culture of delivery in which the people used to like the practice where the thing has to be adopted to increase an organization's potential, organization's ability to deliver the application very fast, very easily, smoothly. And that's why we call that, like, earlier what used to happen that some task used to take more than 3 months, 4 months, because the developers used to do the testing and then like doing the development, then they used to send to the tester, then the tester used to do the activity, like take their own time, then the quality engineer used to work on that, then it is again coming back to the production management. Once it's not approved, again went back to the developers, and then it will be like taking a lot of time. It used to take a lot of time, and because of that, what used to happen that like very few things has to, the process was very slow. And that's why the DevOps came to a picture, and that's why some people say that DevOps is a culture. DevOps is development and operation, combination of development and operation. But what I say is DevOps is nothing but it is a culture of delivery. The truth becomes the practice, that the practice adopted to an organization. It is nothing but whenever someone is making an application, it is made for the customers. If there is no customer, no any companies is going to interest in making any application or doing the designs and anything else. So there has to be a customer. Now the customer will only come on a better product. So, and the product is also better, as well as all the customers want that their products has to be very efficiently. It should do the task in very like faster. If you are working on the Google, if you are watching a video on the YouTube, and if that video is lagging behind, you won't be happy seeing that thing. So it's similar to that. So DevOps is nothing but it's a process, it's a culture in which the delivery management process, everything is going to be automated. And because of that, the goal, our main goal as a DevOps engineer is to decrease the velocity, like to increase the velocity and to decrease the laggings, all these shortcomings. So that is what is the DevOps. DevOps is nothing but it's a, like, whether you are doing the game, whether you are making a application e-commerce, so everything has to be automated. And so that the monitoring, quality analysis, then doing the production thing, everything is has to be automated. And because of that, what will happen, the time will be less. And since the less time will be there, the customer will be happy, companies will be happy, and the companies will get more money. As a DevOps engineer, you will also get more money according to that. That's why the DevOps engineer is very important in today's startup world. Now, what we are going to understand now in the next one is what is the next thing which we are going to see. So there are total of 4 pillars of a DevOps engineer, 4 pillars of a effective delivery. If you are going to do the delivery, anything, deliverables, in that, let's suppose there is a analogy of a chip manufacturer, like the normal SD card chip. So that requires the speed, and its speed requires the different types of tools and controls. Speed requires control. So a chip manufacturers will have that the chip has to be more efficiently delivered at the very low minimum price, and because of that, the speed requires control. And now, how the faster delivery will be delivered? The faster delivery will be delivered based on the automation, based on the quality, based on the monitoring, based on the testing. So there are four main pillars for the effective delivery. The first one is automation. The automation has to be there so that the manual labor will be very less. Manual labor will be very less. And because of that, what will happen? That if the manual labor is very less, automation is there, so that the quality will already enhance. Quality will gets enhanced because of that. And with the quality enhancement, we need to ensure that the product works in a better way. Even though the quality is less, the products should be working in a best possible way. And because of that, what can happen is the monitoring has to be there. So the monitoring has to be there, and without the monitoring, what will happen? There could be the different types of errors, failures could be there. So we need to catch wherever the system is going to be lag, wherever the system is going to go down, we need to monitor and fix it with the automation process. And these all things comes under the part of testing. So these all the things comes under the parts of testing, and because of that, what will happen? The validating the automation will be required. Validating the automation will be required. Whether for the faster delivery, first thing is automation. Automation has to be there so that it will reduce the labor. Second thing is quality. Quality has to be there. That will reduce the ensure that the products works in a very better and possible better way. And because of that, this automation and the quality has to be there. In that case, the monitoring is very much required. And for the monitoring, we need to catch what we are going to do in the monitoring. We need to ensure that all the products, all the qualities are in place, the automation is in place, all the failures or the shutdowns or the lagbacks should not be there, and all these things we can do using the testings. So we'll do the regular testing on these products and the customers thing, and because of that, what will happen? We'll validate that the automation is in the place and the products are running very smoothly, and because of that, we'll move to the next step. Now the next step is the quality plus speed will be nothing but the DevOps engineers. So this will be about the different pillars of the effective pillars of robotics, and in which the speed and quality is very much required. Speed and quality is very much required, and because of that, what will happen? That if there is a lag behind in the speed and quality. So let's understand what is a DevOps engineer. The DevOps engineer will try to do it. Let's see here what we have learned, that the DevOps engineer is nothing but, there are four things are there. The DevOps is nothing but, it is not the noise, it's not the Red Hat, Jenkins, Docker, Amazon Def, Buzzword, then the Docker script, CI/CD, Kubernetes. This is not the DevOps. Ultimately, these are the tools which we are going to use in the DevOps, but this is not the only thing which comes under the DevOps. So what is the main thing which comes under the DevOps? In the DevOps, there are many different aspects where we write that DevOps is a culture where the automation has to be there. After the automation, there is a monitoring on its place. After the monitoring, there is the quality analysis. The quality analysis is there, then the quality test has to be there. So all these things has to be in its place, and everything is interdependent. But since all these are the automated, that's why the DevOps is very much required. So the core truth is DevOps is a practice which is adopted to increase the organization's ability to deliver an application. It's a practice where the autonomous is working by the autonomous engineer, then the use of the monitoring is being testing. After the monitoring, it is going to be testing. So quality is in place, automation is in place, quality is in place, monitoring is very much required. After the monitoring, it is going to move to the testing phase, and everything works in a very interrelated, and because of that interrelated, that works very smoothly, and because of that, the less time. Earlier what used to happen, that there used to be the multiple different engineers based on that. We'll also learn why the DevOps is required in the second part of this fundamentals of DevOps, which will be coming in the later part. And let's understand, because of this, what used to happen earlier, that they used to take a lot of time. Now the time is reduced. Why? Because of this automation, as well as the monitoring, testing, quality is in place, and everything works significantly. And because of that, the four pillars of the effective delivery, which we had discussed right now, that the first one is automation has to be there. What is the use of automation? Automation reduces the manual labor. Manual labor, it reduces this. Why the manual labor reduce? Because of the manual labor, again, one, the blame game will start, and because of the developer and the quality analysis, he didn't do the own work, he didn't do it. So because of that, the companies is getting the losses because of that extended time. So autonomous automation has to be there, which reduces the manual layer. Then the quality has to be there in place, which reduces that the product works perfectly, and it ensures that the product works perfectly. Then the next thing is monitoring. Monitoring helps us to catch the different types of failures and all. And because of that, doing all this stuff, we will then test it, like send it to the tester who will be testing. Like, since right now the DevOps is working, so DevOps is doing all the works of the four different departments. So testing will be used, and the testers will use to, in this testing, we will validate that the automation is there on its place and it's working significantly, it's working properly. So with this, we understood what is a DevOps. We'll see you in the next bit. Follow for more and comment DevOps to understand the roadmap. Bye bye. See you. We'll see you in the next class.